Hey guys, welcome to class today. I still remain your humble technician, Gideon. On today's class, we will be disassembling and reassembling these starters. Okay. Someone chatted me up on WhatsApp, and the person said he wants us to do a video on how to fix a starter from beginning. Like, if a starter is scattered, how does he fix it from beginning? So we'll be using this particular starter for it. Actually, I got this starter from a scrapyard. Okay, scrapyard is, you can see how dross it is. Okay, a scrapyard is where you see abandoned metals and what have you, and we got this particular one from there. So I'll be using these particular starters. I'll be fixing these two starters anyway, but for this video I'll be using this particular starter to simply explain how to fix a starter from beginning. All right, let me quickly lose it out. I'll be using this spanner. This is a 3-way spanner that has 8mm size here. These 10mm and these 12mm. All right, let's quickly lose this. I'll try to make this video pretty short and simple. Okay. All right. Oh, let me lose this out. Okay. That's the spring there. Okay. Okay. We take the spring out. All right. Okay, we take the spring out. So basically, this is what makes up the starter. We have this particular pan. We have the spring. This spring still looks very good. Looks very good. And we have this bolt. This particular bolt. Okay, and we have this, and of course we have this rubber pan. Okay, the part that rotates in the starter. Okay guys, I had to quickly wash this spring, the starter spring and this pan, because they are looking so dirty. Remember I told you I got it from the scrapyard, so it was dirty and there was need to wash it. Before I assemble, I'll be using this. It's grease. It's called the grease. Why am I using it? Because of this spring. It's the grease will help the spring work better. All right, let's go. First off, this is the pan. Okay, this is the pan. And what I want to do now is to make sure this spring is fitted into this particular compartment. Okay, it's a small compartment. Looking at the spring, it's quite big, but it has to be fitted into this small compartment. So that's where the main work is actually. Let's continue. Okay, I picked this particular edge of the spring, this particular part of the spring. If you can see this particular part of the spring, this I insert it into this hole. There's a hole here. Okay, let me use this one. This one is far better. So this one, it will fit in very well. Instead of using this side, let me use here where it fits in very well. I'll use this particular hole. Then I will rotate the spring. I'll make it, okay. Okay. The aim is to fit in the spring. The aim is to fit in the spring. You do it gradually, a step at a time, a step at a time. Okay, and voila, this is the spring fitted into this small compartment. Okay, remember I made mention of the grease. This is where the grease comes in. Okay, I got this grease particularly for this tutorial class. Okay, this is the grease. In absence of grease, because sometimes you may be in your house and the generator or starter may just go bad. In absence of grease, what do you use? You can use engine oil. Okay, just use the engine oil. So what have I done now? I've fitted in the spring in and I've greased it. Now this is the next thing to do. The next thing to do now is to insert a rope. Remember I said I got this particular starter from the scrapyard, and when I got it, there was no rope and there was no starter handle. So I had to get a new rope and a new starter handle. Okay, good, let's go. Now we have this. Okay. This is the brand new rope. What do we do with it? Okay, this is a brand new rope. Okay, there is this particular hole. This is the hole where the starter is to, this is the hole where the rope is to pass. But I will explain something here now, because I just noticed it, funny enough. I will explain something, and of course that's the reason it was at the scrapyard. I will explain something very, very well there. So I just noticed it. This is the hole. Or let me just explain it right away. You notice this hole is big, right? It's far bigger than it should be. I don't know if the camera, okay, let's use here. Let's use here. This is the hole. It's bad. This particular stuff is bad. It's far bigger than how it should be. But I'm going to fix it. So we get in details how to remedy this situation. Now I will insert the rope in. And what do I do next? I will tie this point. I'm supposed to tie this outrightly. You get? I'm supposed to tie this, then just make the rope elongate and of course put it inside this pan and fix it here. But I wouldn't. Why? Because this space is already big enough. No matter how big I tie this particular rope, this part of the rope, it's going to pull out from this end. So what do I do just to remedy the situation? I wanted to initially use a washer, but I couldn't find a washer right now while shooting the video. Okay, so I will do this. I will just tie the rope and use a knot instead. Don't worry, just stay with me, you will get it properly. Okay, what I did was I've tied it now. The intention is so this knot acts as a protection. Instead of the rope to just go out when you pull the starter, the knot rather is going to hold it in place. Let's go. Okay, now you see the knot holding it in place, right? I bet you didn't know this. This is one of the best way to remedy a situation like this. Okay, now we have gone through that point. Or just so it's easy for us, I will quickly tie this out. I can use any method particularly because it's what I do regularly. It's going to be very easy. Even if I find myself in difficult situation, I can just manage to bring myself out. But for you guys, I will advise you tie this out first. You must tie this out first. Okay. All right. I'm stretching it out and it's so proper. So what we do now, what we do now is to fit this roller pan on top of this pan itself, this iron pan itself. How do we do that? This is a very tricky situation. You will notice there is a pointed metal here. This, okay? The job of this is basically to hold this part of the spring. Okay, the job of this is to hold this part of the spring. So let's fix it gently. What are we going to do now? We want to see, we noticed this pan here, this particular iron metal here, right? This is the iron metal here. And what we tried doing now, okay, what we tried doing now is to make sure this particular part gets in touch with this and fit in properly. If we don't fit it properly, we would have wasted our time doing this particular experiment. It's not going to work. So what do we do now? We fix it properly, this to this. Let me explain it again, because a lot of people make mistakes doing this. It took me close to 6 months to particularly learn this part of a generator. Okay, and I'll do it again. This particular part is going to touch this part. In fact, this arrow is going to sit, this iron arrow is going to sit into this. Okay, this iron arrow is going to sit into this. All right, let's go. Now, what have I done now? I've successfully fixed it in, and if you notice carefully, it did going well. How will you know it's working? How will you know they are in position? Is when you rotate this starter to the left and it returns. You rotate it anti-clockwise and it returns. Okay? All right. Perfect. Now, we have gotten to this point. This is the final point of our practical experiment. We have to grease this as well. Grease this gently. And then what next? This is the spring. There is a spring attached to it. You grease the spring. Okay? And you put it here, just as I've loosed it earlier, at the middle there. Then you take this, and how do you fit this in? You see this particular point goes into this deep point. This point goes into the deep point. I'm doing it quickly. We just insert it and tight. Good. Now we have fixed it in. Our last task now is to make sure the rope sits in. And what do? We take the rope, look for a point in the starter roller, which is this. We hook it to it and we take anti-clockwise. Okay, this is anti-clockwise, and then we remove our hand from this. You know why we're taking it anti-clockwise? We did held this in position. We remove our hand and the starter returns. Sounds like magic, right? So that is it. We've successfully fixed a bad starter gotten from a scrapyard. If you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe. If you are an old subscriber, we really do appreciate you. Share this video to friends and family. We'll see you in our next class.